Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Trickett. And yes, guys, this is another amazing edition of Wake Up with Trickett. Yes, it's 90 degrees outside on this spiritual Sunday. Hope everybody's having an amazing day. Hope everybody's doing well. And I hope you guys are putting out that love for reals, guys. I don't mean to just people that you feel you're close to. That's not love. Even God said in the Bible, if you only are kind to people that are kind to you, if you only love people that love you, he said that means nothing to him. So, for people that are like, you, not you, God said that means nothing. Your love is garbage. It is scripture. You guys just open it up and read it. It's right there. Google that verse. It'll pop up. You don't even have to study. Just Google it nowadays and you'll get your answer. You'll be like, oh, he was right. Trust me. I only speak on what I know. So check this out, guys. Your desires. Do not let unforgiveness stop you from your desires. Do not let unforgiveness stop you guys from your desires. You don't want to put up blocks of unforgiveness. Unforgiveness, there's a block. And then your desires right here. It's like, boom, I'm trying to get to you. You're on the other side. Like, how much longer? When am I going to get it? Like, I've been waiting. And you're starting to spiral down because, you're starting to get a little weary and starting to complain. And the energy is starting to drop. But it's on the other end. You just don't see it because God's testing you, right? If he tells you it's this close and then, where's the test at then? You're just going to be like, oh, it's right there. So, but he wants you to have that attitude, not knowing when it's that close. He's like, no, I want you to be that relaxed. Like if I told you, look, it's right here. You're like, only one wall? It's just right on the other side. It's on the other side. Hello, desire. That's me. Hello, desire. That's me. It's on the other side of the wall. But if he told you that and then you're like, hey, fiesta time. He's like, no, just trust and make it fiesta time. I still want you to have that mentality. Like if you knew it was right there without me telling you it's right there. I want you to have faith. To have faith means you got to believe in what you don't see. Because he says if you can see it, what's the purpose of having faith? Because you can touch it. There's no faith in that. Right? So, don't allow unforgiveness, guys. I don't care what they did. I don't care what they said. I don't care if they slandered you. I don't care if they lied on you. I don't care if they stole from you. Karma, that spirit of karma comes for everybody. There's no one on this planet that is exempt from karma. Okay? There's no one that is exempt from karma. Everybody gets it. If you put it out there good, karma's coming back. If you put out bad, karma's coming back. So no matter what you put out, it's always going to come back. People don't get that. They're old and gray and still don't get that. They still don't get it. It's like they're just stuck. Stuck and stubborn. The two S's that you just never want to have. You don't ever want to deal with somebody that's stubborn because that's a headache for you. That's an uncooperative individual, which, if you're not careful, can lead to unforgiveness by the way they make you feel or by the way somebody treated you. Work, love, life. Work, love, life. Fit it where it fits, guys, right? Everybody's on a different journey, so fit it where it fits. But don't allow unforgiveness to build in walls. Because see, where it was right here, and you were just right here on the other side, not knowing it was that close, then you start to plummet down, and guess what happened? There's another wall. Now you have two walls where you only had one, and it was going to be right there. Now it's here. And then you start tripping because you can feel like it's like you threw that anchor, and instead of pulling it to you, you're trying to pull it to you, but it's pulling you away. Because it's too heavy. You're trying to carry all that burden. You're trying to carry all that stress along with your desire, and you're trying to pull it through all of these walls. You're trying to make it go over the walls. You're trying to pull it under the walls. You're trying to go around the walls. It's too much work. You put extra work on yourself. You put work that you didn't even need to put on yourself, right? Of course. Because it doesn't take all that much effort. You're supposed to attract effortlessly. For the master manifestors out there, or for those that want to become master manifestors, it's effortlessly. It's not hard work. That's a curse word. When it comes to this spiritual walk, that's a curse word. Because you attract by faith. If faith, seeing what you don't believe, is hard work for you, and then you are not having faith. Because you should be at peace. You should have a calmness. You should have a relationship with whoever you believe in. That is your higher power, right? And you shouldn't be feeling like you got to pull your desire because you built all these walls over, under, around it, and it's just heavy, and you're like, and it's wearing you down and you can't do it. You just throw the rope down and you're just like, I'm tired already. Forget this, man. For reals? I'm going to just go do something else. I'm going to look for something else. I guess it's just not meant for me to have it. And you start going through all of that kind of crazy stuff, right? When you need to just stop right there, when you start spiraling down, and go into a meditation. Calm down. Find a quiet place. Take some deep breaths. Breathe it in. Push it out. Say whatever you want to say. Because this is your desire, right? This is what you say if you had. You would love. It would make you feel better and all that. So how is it that negative can come by and your desire that's supposed to be this big in your life, it should be unstoppable in your life, it's just crushes just like that. And now your problem is as big as your desire was, if not bigger. How is that? That's because maybe your desire wasn't really that big. Maybe you were just having some emotional moments. Because how could something else stop your desire? I never stop. Sickness, I never stop. No support, I never stop. Slander, I never stop. Theft, I never stop. I never stop. Ever. Tears fell, tears dried up. I never stop. No, it'll be all right. Didn't get any of that. No, I support you. Didn't get any of that. None. Isolation. That kind of stuff can build up resentment towards people, which will do what? Stop your desire. You can't let nothing stop your desire. The same people that didn't support you will be the same people with their hand out. Because with that type of mentality, you are going to go places in life. It doesn't take much to not support somebody. It doesn't take much not to build a relationship. It doesn't take much to do nothing, right? It doesn't take much. And you have to understand that. And you can't really hold it against these people, but you don't have to stay with these people. You don't have to kick it with these people. You don't have to spend time with these people either. You just have to forgive, cut, and release. Because they don't get you and they're not helping you at all. So you can do bad all by yourself, right? You don't need no help. For somebody not to support you, like, yeah, I need that non-supported help. You don't need that help. So guys, and if you're not careful and you allow that to really touch you and put attachments on you, evil, unforgiveness, fear, jealousy, and whatever else, it's not for me. You start spiraling down into depression. That's all low vibe, guys. And that's going to only put your desire, which was probably, say right here, it's going to be way back there. Like, way back there. And you don't want that, guys. Excuse me, you don't want that. Because now, every time you allow unforgiveness to touch you, to where you want revenge, you have no forgiveness. First of all, God says, for those that believe in the Bible, says, if you do not forgive, I will not forgive you. So whoever can live without God's unforgiveness, I don't even want to be around you anyway. Because you're not just demonic. You got some serious issues. Some serious issues. You don't need God's forgiveness. You don't need the universe. I mean, when God tells you, look, bro, I ain't going to forgive you. You don't forgive them. If you don't forgive somebody and you're still cool with that, and then, yeah, get away from me, like really far. Because you're a dark cloud in somebody's life. A negative energy. Because you carry that unforgiveness. I'm putting walls up against that person to never come near me. Because I'm the opposite. I'm love and light. And that's hate and darkness. Ugh. No way. And then that creeps in your life. And then all your desires are pushed that far back. Now you're feeling like you're losing all the time. You're feeling like life is extremely hard. You're feeling like you're never winning. You're feeling like you never, ever get a break. And that's just because of your mindset of being angry and vengeful and I'm going to get that person. Okay, well, you just made that bigger than the desire that you said that you want so bad, that you prayed about, dropped tears over, lost sleep at night over, all that in your head about, let me think about it, and all this. And then you allow negativity to be bigger than your desire. How do you allow negativity to be bigger than your desire? That's because your desire wasn't really as big as you thought it was. Period. Point blank. It is what it is, right? Because when your desire is big, nothing, no one, no heartache, no death. I had 2 deaths. No deaths. Nothing can touch you. Yeah, you'll feel the effects and all that, but you're going to keep on going. You're going to be like, you know what? This ain't right, but you're going to keep on going. You're going to be like, you know what? I'm tired of crying, but you're going to keep on going. You know what? I'm tired of being sick and tired, but you're going to keep on going. Why? Because you're not there yet. You're not where you want to be yet. So you have to keep on going because you're not there. No matter what happens, you have to keep on going with forgiveness, not unforgiveness. Because see, love and forgiveness, guys, is what's going to pull that desire that's way back there. It's going to have it coming easy and effortlessly. You're just going to be able to just pull it in with a smile. Because it doesn't have to go over any walls. And you're not trying to pull it under walls and over walls and around walls. That's a lot of work. Now pull it under. Now pull it around. Way too much work. But that's hard work. That's hard work for the individual that does not have any faith, any true forgiveness. Because for you to have to go through all that, you are harboring unforgiveness, stubbornness. You're harboring negative, low vibrational, thinking, which is keeping your desire stuck, just like you, stuck, right? And we don't want to be stuck. Have we all been there? Of course. But we don't want to stay there because we actually want our desire. We don't just want to think about it, talk about it, wonder about it. No, we want it in our possession. I mean, really? What are we going to do? Live in our head? No, we want it in our possession. Fit it where it fits. Work, love, life. But we want it. We don't want to just think about it. What would it be like? No. What is that? Get a life. No. We want it in our possession. And unforgiveness will keep it pushed away. And the more unforgiveness you have, the longer, you stay with it, the more walls you'll put up. And now it's way back there, but it's filled with nothing but walls. And you're just like, you know what, forget it. If you're not careful, you'll give up on it. Just like that. Because after you try pulling it over a couple of walls and under a couple of walls and around a couple of walls, you're like, this is just too much work. I'm done. And the enemy won. The enemy's going, yes, yes. I knew I can prove that they didn't want it that bad. I knew if I was able to throw some obstacles at them, I can make them stop. I knew that they would get frustrated to the point that they're going to even find out for themselves, you didn't want it as bad as you thought you wanted it. Because you allowed my toxic energy to enter in your life, wherever it entered in your life, right? And you allowed it to start dictating to you what things should be. So where at one point you might have been in control. I know what I want. I know what I'm going after. I know. That's when you were in control. Then when you had obstacles thrown in your life, and then you start building up those walls, and your desire got too, it just got too heavy to try to pull through. You threw up your hands and gave up and quit. And that's just your reflection of yourself in the mirror, just saying you never wanted it as bad as you thought you did. Because anything worth having, it's going to come with a price. It's just, it is what it is. For instance, the more years you spend in college, isn't it the higher the degree you get, right? The higher your degree, when you go to somebody's job, don't you get paid more? You start off higher. Why? Because you put in the work, right? And a lot of people that may want what you have don't want to put in the work. They still want to have unforgiveness. They still want to have stubbornness and be stuck and all them things. You don't want that. They might still want to hold on to this. They have a little toxic, just a little poison. Not enough to kill me, but just enough to make me sick. You don't want that. What you guys want is clear vision, clear thinking, tunnel vision. I know what I want, and I'm not letting nothing to the left or to the right pull me away. I know what I want. 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 And you'll get there with love, because love is the most powerful gift in the world. Nothing can defeat love. It may give you an illusion and make you think that, oh, forget that, love, that ain't real life. That's just because you're broken. That's all. That's just because you've been shattered and didn't know how to fix yourself and didn't know how to heal yourself. So you were one of the people that threw in the towel and gave in, and that's your belief. And you are whatever you believe. Period. Point blank on that. So don't allow unforgiveness to keep you trapped. Don't allow unforgiveness to keep your desire way over there, right? You want your desire in your hand, baby. In your hand, girlfriend. In your hand, big dog. In your hands. You want to tell people, look, I got mine. I got mine. How did you get it? Man, I had unforgiveness in me. I was upset. I wanted revenge. I had to let it go. I had to release it. I had to cut the cord of all that toxicity. And what I did, I allowed love to come in and heal me. Put that smile back on your face. Put love back in your heart so you're not all cold. And when that love came in, God is love, right? So when love came in, more of God came in. And when God is pleased with you, he said, he'll even make your enemies at peace with you. That's pretty dope, bro. Not to mention, he'll give you your heart's desires. But you first have to put the work in. And unforgiveness stops so many people from getting their heart's desire. So many people right now are delayed due to unforgiveness. That desire has been sitting on Lil Way forever. It's so dusty and everything, but it's still there. It's just like, dude, look at the date. The tag says it's been here for like 8 years, 5 years, 3 years, because they don't want to get rid of the unforgiveness. They don't want to release it so they can just have forgiveness and bring their desire in. But people hate so much. It's easy to stay in that stuck, I'm angry energy, which makes you make all the wrong decisions, right? So you just start losing all over the place. All of a sudden you just start losing here, because it's a domino effect. You're building your foundation on a fragile foundation, which is unforgiveness. How are you going to win on unforgiveness? How are you going to pull that desire way over there to get over and under and all this other stuff through all these walls that you built up? Because I'm angry, there's a wall. I'm jealous, there's a wall. Why did he get it and I didn't get it? There's another wall. And whatever, other low vibrational thoughts you have, and you just have all these walls. And what you have created is your own maze. All these different walls going all these different directions. You have all your maze. You created your own maze. So you're like, let me find my way to my desire. I need to get out of here so I can get to what I want. So you're like, go this way, and there's a wall. Like, dang. All right, let me try this way. And there's a wall. And then you're like, okay, let me turn this way. Oh, I got a little room here. Hopefully another wall won't pop up. Because you don't have clear vision. You still have all the toxic walls built up due to unforgiveness, which led to everything else. Don't allow unforgiveness to be bigger than your desire. Don't allow anger to be bigger than your desire. Don't allow what somebody did to you to be bigger than your desire. Because if you do, that means your desire that you thought was so big wasn't really that big in you. The hate was bigger. The unforgiveness was bigger. The toxic thinking was easier to do. So therefore, it was bigger. To walk that narrow road of love is very challenging for a lot of people to do. That's why they can't do it. That's why they talk to some people and some people they don't, and they just have all these weird rules because they can't do it. That's easier for them to do that. They're like, look, I've been doing this my whole life. Yeah, but you haven't been winning. You haven't been winning. You haven't been winning. Sadness. How many masks do you have to wear to cover up who you really are? Do you even know who you really are? You put so many masks on. Is your mask like that thick? Because you're like, dude, I put this one over this one over this one over this. I got so many masks. Really? Break that junk. All due to unforgiveness. Building your own maze, making life harder, I'll use that word, harder for you. For me, I'll say challenging, but I want to relate to my collective. I know you guys believe in hard, so you're making it harder for you, which makes no sense. Don't you love yourself? If you love yourself, you want to make things easier for you. So if you say you love yourself and then somebody is a bystander and they're looking and they're like, okay, they say they love themselves, but why are they making things harder for themselves? Because they don't love themselves. It's easier for them to take the other route that they're taking, whatever negative route they're taking, whatever toxic route that they're taking that is causing them to be stagnant or push their desires so far back that they need binoculars to see it. And it looks this big. It don't even look big and beautiful no more. It looks like this big. Because it's so far back. Forgive. The faster you forgive, the easier it is. The faster you forgive, instead of your desire being tossed way back there, it's just like right here. And you're right here. Like I said, you're here. The wall's here. You have like one wall because you crushed all those walls. Because you start learning your lesson. So they start falling one by one. And then when you look back, the road is clear. Because all those walls that were up are now all flat. All those walls are now flat, guys. And now all you have is just that one wall left. Do you know what's one wall? No. But when you look back at how far you came, based off of how many walls you had put up due to your own toxic thinking, you're like, man, I've come a long way, because that's all clear ground that you covered. So you know you have to be really, really close. Energetically, empath or not, you should be able to feel it. Like, man, I can almost taste it. I know it's close. Exactly. Because that's what you call putting in the work. That's the hard work. When the Bible talks about you have to work for the sweat of your brow, he didn't mean labor. Really? That's easy. How easy it is to go on a job, still have your toxic thinking, and just do your job and still get paid. You were broken when you went in, you were broken when you left. You were angry when you went in, you were angry when you got out. You were toxic when you went in, you were toxic when you came out. How many people cheat on jobs? I mean, that's what I mean. You can stay toxic. That's easy, because you're not changing. The hard work is to change this. This is the hard, what you call hard work. This is the sweating of your brow. This, I have to trust what I don't see. I have to believe that it's going to come when all the things that are thrown in front of me are telling me it's never going to come. I have to believe and trust God's perfect divine timing. Woo! Just that one right there is going to knock a whole lot of people out. Because they're going to be like, man, forget it. It's taking forever. Because on my job, I don't have to do that. They're going to tell me when to go to work, when to leave, when to take a lunch, everything I know. I know. I don't have to have faith on nothing. I don't have to have belief in anything. Just do my job and still be thinking negative. I hate that person over there, and you're still doing your job. And that was confirmation right there that what I'm saying is right. And so, guys, all I'm just saying to you, don't allow unforgiveness to keep your desire way back there. Let's have that runway clear. Let's have that runway. On that runway, you know, we do the private jets. We don't do first class. That's 1980s. We do private jets, baby. Private choppers. You know what I'm saying? We don't first class. 80s, 90s, yeah. No. So, and you can get anything you want and everything you want. Even God in the Bible says, I will give you your heart's desire. Yours, not his. Yours. People say, well, it has to line up with him. No, it doesn't. Where does that say that? I know scripture. Bring it. And that's not to throw shade on no one. That's just saying, look, I've been teaching for a while. I have never, ever been proven wrong, ever. Not saying it can't happen. It just hasn't.